The story so far. With just a few days to go till the hotel opens, manager Alexander Dürr has his hands full. He has to check every detail, including the mixing desk which arrived late from London. A €250,000 piece of hardware wrapped in cellophane. The mixer is the heart of the recording studio. But the suite in question is located on the 8th floor. And the unit is too big for the elevator.
We could bring it up the stairs, but with so many turns there'd be a real danger that it would get broken. So we've decided to take the board apart, bring it up, and then put it back together again.
Over half the hotel's 304 rooms have waterfront views of the Spree. But the director has to check the water situation inside, too.
Let's say a company books the entire hotel for a conference. If an event is set to start at, say, 9 o'clock and everyone wakes up at 8, it's quite probable that everyone's going to turn on the water at 8:10 to take a shower. The water test lets us run through the worst-case scenario, so that we don't end up looking stupid. We can't have guests being unable to shower because there's no water.
The test means turning on faucets in every room at the same time, and that requires all hands on deck, even chef Patrick Rexhausen. That's bad timing for him because he's expecting 40 guests for a restaurant trial run this evening. But the goal now is to see if the warm water kicks in, and for how long.
We all go into the bathrooms, and at 5 minutes before past, we'll turn on all the faucets. To the left, warm water is important.
After a quick briefing, the team gets going.
Na, was geht hier?
But the news isn't good.
Nothing but air. So much for the second test. The whole system needs to be reworked. Now some water's coming out, but it's only cold, not warm. That means there's not enough pressure. We have to find out what's wrong.
The clock is ticking ahead of opening day, and everything is happening at once. There's still work to be done, but the hotel's style is already shining through. American designer Karim Rashid created the rooms. In the hotel's future restaurant, staff are setting the tables for the rehearsal dinner. It's showtime for the service crew. And it's crunch time for Chef Rexhausen and his team. Tonight, the 33-year-old's creations, crafted exclusively for the nhow Hotel, will be served for the first time. Fellow chefs, hotel company board members, designers, musicians, and members of the Berlin media are on the guest list.
Some chefs have been cooking for 30 years, but it's never tasted good. Here it's different. I want to cook like my mum or grandma. You would go in, sit down, and it was always good. And that's what I want to give my guests, interpreted in a very modern way.
The pressure's on for director Alexander Dürr. After all, the strength of the cuisine is seen as a make-or-break factor for any hotel. He stopped by the kitchen to check in with the chef himself ahead of tonight's taste test. Rexhausen gives him a rundown and a reassuring report. They're well prepared.
It's the first meal from the kitchen, so my heart is pounding. I'm excited to see the meal and what it looks like, and of course, how the guests like it.
The excitement is mounting as the first guests arrive for the meal. Chef Rexhausen is making sure that everyone sticks to a strict schedule and follows the recipes exactly. He's doling out orders around the kitchen and checking to ensure the food's flavor is perfect. But appearance is just as important, down to the very last detail.
Sure, I have a worst-case scenario, that my guests will sit out there and get nothing to eat. And of course I'm anxious because it means so much, not least for my company, because this is a flagship hotel.
Next time on Countdown to Check-In, the First Supper. Will Chef Rexhausen's creations pass the test?